Speaker, my question is to the Minister for Financial Services. Minister, the Banking Royal Commission's report was tabled more than 4 years ago, but still at least 18 recommendations are yet to be implemented. Obviously, this is unacceptable and out of step with community expectations, not least because the misconduct discovered by the Commission and the harm it caused was extremely alarming and is likely continuing to some degree. Minister, when will all 76 Banking Royal Commission recommendations be implemented in full?
Can we call to the Assistant Treasurer and Minister for Financial Services?
Thanks, Speaker. And can I thank the member for Clark for his question and acknowledge that since he entered this place in the same year that I did, he's been an advocate for these issues, consumer issues more broadly, but also was a passionate campaigner for the introduction of a Royal Commission into financial services, something that the Labor Party supported in opposition and the Coalition voted against 26 or 27 times. There were 76 recommendations from the Royal Commission. Of those, some 54 were to government, another 12 were to the regulators and 10 were to industry. I'm very pleased to be able to report to the House that in the first 12 months of the Albanese government, we have implemented a key recommendation that was outstanding from when we came into government, and that was the implementation of the compensation scheme of last resort. I say it's important because upon coming into government there are around 2,000 people who are owed an award of damages that was unable to be paid and that would have otherwise been paid by the compensation scheme of last resort, about $230 million worth of compensation payments, which will now flow because in the last month that legislation has passed through the Senate. I can also inform members of government of the 6 outstanding recommendations to government. I correct myself. I inform members of the House that of the 6 outstanding recommendations to government, 5 of them can be passed this week if the financial accountability regime passes through the Senate. I believe it's on the Senate's notice paper to be considered this Wednesday, and I'd urge the Senate to ensure that that does occur. The final recommendation to government, that I haven't dealt with so far, deals with point-of-sale exemptions in relation to certain credit products, and I propose to deal with that in the context of the buy now, pay later reforms that I hope to bring into the parliament, if not late this year, then early next year. And I think that would be a very important reform to do. If I could point to then the other recommendations, my understanding is that there are 2 recommendations to the regulators that remain unresolved. Both of them require other processes to be dealt with. So, for example, one of them requires the implementation of the quality of advice review and other associated processes that I'm busily dealing with the regulators and the department and the regulated industry on. In relation to the industry, my understanding is that there are 3 outstanding recommendations. One's a bit hard to measure because it deals with a change of culture within the industry. The other 2 deal with not yet time-expired reviews of codes of practice within the industry. I can inform the member and the House more generally that we're committed to ensuring all of this is done.